With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
This defense for the Bengals, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Taylor now to return it.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground
to about the 48-yard line.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chris Jones drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Now a carry for Pirine. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Pirine trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2? Maybe even.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Now Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Now it's Mahomes again. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The Bengals at 7-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Mixing up the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Samaje Perine denied on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Mahomes now on 1st down.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Touchdown!
Juju Smith-Schuster
from 21 yards away.
And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 14-10. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Here we go.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And this is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
Running left, it's Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Here we go. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again.
And down to the 41.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd and 8 coming up.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
McPherson's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Burrow. To the right side and complete to Hurst. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Fielded at about the 28. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, he'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Mahomes to throw once more.
That's into the hands of Fortson.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On third down, Burrow. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. A handoff to Mixon. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From midfield now, Burrow. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Chris Jones able to record his season.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 40.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I...
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the Yassi, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie. This flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody wave. We're the ones who started with it. Translation: Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we lit.